I'm back to finish these solar eclipse readings. I'm super sorry. I just had to take a little break. So, what I decided is I probably better read all of this over again, this first part of it, right? So you guys know the whole skinny. So, the solar eclipse brings the energy of changing, evolving, and reinventing yourself. So, if you think back to 4/20/23, so the 20th of April of last year, there was a solar eclipse in Aries with a new moon. And they're most likely connected. So you might think back to that date and think what was going on around that time in your life, what you were doing, and there might be some kind of, I don't know, full circle kind of thing happening there. So, anyway, the sun, the moon, and Chiron, which is the planet of our deepest wounds, they're about our coping mechanisms too. Like how did we learn to cope as a child, and kind of like looking back at that with this Chiron, the moon, and the sun. And what you're gonna see, I feel like you might notice patterns, but you might also see growth. Like you might really like see the growth you know, since you were little, like how much you've changed through life, how life has changed you, and maybe you'll even see your potential to help and heal other people with this energy. So it could activate a variety of intense feelings from deep within, Chiron, the wounded healer, old wounds. This could mark a new cycle of healing or breaking free from old behaviors and patterns that no longer serve you. Tap into and hold on to the courageous Aries energy. Fearlessly explore your emotions when they rise up. There is wisdom in past pain as well as guidance and healing. And it also says to take good care of your body, eat, rest, drink water. Mercury retrograde is happening now. And so that will increase the likelihood of old memories or patterns to resurface. And this happens so that you have the opportunity to shift your mindset and change what you believe about yourself. Hi. So Mars and Saturn, they are moving into a conjunction as the eclipse arrives. There may be tension, a sense of burden, responsibility, or even a feeling of disappointment. It can feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. It's not the time to force things. You may have to focus on your responsibilities or face a reality check before making progress. Believe this. Consistent dedication is what will bring you to the finish line, even if it takes longer than you had hoped. So this would be about projects or anything like that. Like, don't stop working toward whatever you're working toward. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're going to start with the sign of Scorpio because I did the other ones already and they're up there. So if you guys are, the first signs, then you'll have to watch that video. I did put the timestamps on. So here we go with your timestamp 408. Okay, so it's in your 6th house, Scorpio, of habits, routine, and responsibilities. So you might be revamping your everyday routine, or perhaps your work schedule and responsibilities are shifting. This is also a fated moment in time to reflect on your patterns and get real about which habits you're ready to get rid of. You might start traveling for work or working remote more often. There's an element of self-sacrifice for you, Scorpio. You know that in order to reach your next goal, you need to put in constant work. And so they also, in the information that I was looking at, they have self-care tips for the eclipse. And I thought these were really good. Make a list of habits and behaviors your future self would like to keep on a regular basis. Over the next 4 weeks, integrate one of those new habits on a weekly basis. See how many you can fold in and keep up with consistently. These small changes will help you bring you closer to your dream life. I really love that little self-care exercise. So I hope you guys do it. All right. So now I'm going to just read tarot for you, Scorpio, and see what they have to say about this 6th house. Like maybe they can give us a little more detail about it. 6th house of habits, routine, and responsibilities. So it mentions traveling here or working, you know, like away from home more often. And it feels like you have to, you're self-sacrificing, you know. But at the same time, it's like you realize that to reach your goal, you're just ready to put in whatever effort that has to be, right? So that's what it's saying is going on for you with this eclipse. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so you're ending some kind of cycle. I do feel like some of you are going to be like really tapping in, connecting in with that emotional energy, that heart space energy. I feel like, you know, meditating is really good, tapping into the water element, using that, you know, so maybe you meditate in the bathtub. I feel like maybe what you're thinking about is maybe what cycles you want to let go of. Like you're looking at your past 7 of Cups, you know, and it's like maybe you're thinking about what they're talking about here, habits, routines, responsibilities. And you're kind of looking back through your life and you're analyzing it, and you're doing it from a really beautiful place, your heart. You know, I feel like this is some kind of an emotional thing for you that maybe it's a habit or something, or a routine, part of your routine that you're thinking about. I feel like you're getting like brand new information, a lot of information downloads during this like meditation period. So wow, Scorpio, pretty cool so far, huh? Like you're getting major information. And so what are they going to do with that information? Okay, it's about the way you feel about yourself. That's what you're getting clear on. This is emotions that go all the way back to when you were a child, I feel like. And I feel like you're being real honest with yourself. And maybe the habits and the routines that you've been in kind of reiterate this way that you're feeling about yourself. 5 of Pentacles. Like this is feeling like pretty bad about yourself for whatever reason, you know. And it's about, you know, maybe I think when you're thinking back, I feel like maybe you're seeing like maybe how you know, you could have had new beginnings like along the way, and you never really looked up from a position because you just feel like you're not enough here. You see, like she's like right in front of that door. The key is even right there, and she won't even look up. Like, so it's like, you know, she is stuck. And I feel like you're realizing like maybe something that happened when you were young that made you feel this way. And it created some kind of a habit or something. And I feel like you're making a final decision here. Do you see that? I feel like this is a card of complete surrender to your higher self. You know what I mean? This is the Judgment card. It's about the resurrection, you know, it's about the resurrection of the soul, really, like where the soul really comes out and shows you something, takes over the situation. And I feel like it's because you're reaching out here in your very own energy, King of Cups, and you're like, I need to look at this in the face, you know. So I feel like that's what you're kind of doing, is really mending some old childhood wounds. So tell me what the new information is. Like, how can they reconstruct this in their head? Show me the justice. Show me what the justice is for Scorpio. Well, I feel like the justice, the first card popping out is the success card. You know what I mean? Like, this is huge success in some way, you know, whether it's on a spiritual level or whether it's like graduating from something, you know what I mean? Like, it could be because you're like learning a bunch of stuff here. So it could be like you're graduating from a school or something like that. Um, but I feel like what you're doing is you're looking at how far you freaking come. You know? Like you're looking back at your past and you're feeling like this 5 of Pentacles kind of way, Scorpio. And which is like you know, like this feeling of like I'm not good enough, basically, is what it is. I don't have anything to offer. I don't care what's on the other side of the door. I mean, it's kind of like a defeat card, you know? And I think you pick this habit of, or this belief, or this feeling up when you were little. And I feel like it has kept you in the dark long enough, and you're making a decision to let it go. You want to see how I'm seeing that? Because it's like, so two of pentacle, I mean swords. It's kind of like being like blindfolding yourself, like not wanting to see the truth of something, right? And even spirit is even trying to show you, these black birds represent spirit, like they're trying to even help you get the blindfold off, but it's almost like you want to keep it, you know? So that's what you're thinking about in that 7 of Cups. You're thinking about how this feeling has kept you in this spot, like not really, you know, making decisions perhaps, or just being blind to who you are and how beautiful you are, you know, as a soul. Like it could be like, is this very spiritual card, you know? And so what the next two cards is the Queen of Swords. And you see, like, she's taking out her emotions out of this situation from when she was a child, and she is reassessing the situation. And she's realizing, like, what it has cost her throughout her life, you know? And she's like, she realizes that it cost her, but she realizes how much it's changed her as well. And I feel like she's seeing all of those things. Like, if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be this person. I wouldn't have married this person. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, you can go back and do that all day long with your past. You know what I mean? And you will eventually, you'll see like everything just happened like it should, you know? And I mean, I feel like that's what you're doing here. You're being all logical about it. And so what you're going to do is you're going to get out that sword, and you're like, all this stuff I've been hanging on to since I was a little kid and I've had my eyes closed on purpose, that's what you're cutting out. Because you want to know what it stopped you from, Scorpio? Unconditionally love, right? Unconditional love, 10 of Cups. That's how I see that card. And I feel like it's stopped you from feeling it, experiencing it, acknowledging that it really even exists. And it begins with you. It begins with you loving you. And I think that's what the big aha moment is. That's what the heart chakra is opening for, you know? It's opening for that very reason, so that you can understand 10 of Cups, so you can actually feel 10 of Cups, so you can actually know that this cool soul of yours had led you all the way to here, you know, and like all the little stops in betweens, you know, with the big, huge tower moments and all of that, you're suddenly just being aware, like what it gave you. And what it gave you is this moment in time where you actually understand who your higher self is and how much you have love, like, because that's what the soul is. It's pure love. And I feel like you're getting a real good taste of it here. And because, I mean, for one thing, this thing that's been keeping you down your whole fucking life, is really going to be leaving, because you don't even see it as a problem anymore. You see it as a gift. You see, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is huge. So I feel like the habit that you're letting go of is this self-belief, this self-talk, this definitely, you know, this feeling like I'm not good enough. It's leaving. And I think that's what's happening with this sixth house of habits, because I really think the habit is the way you view yourself. And you're going to be successful. Spirit is telling me you are. Like, that's where your soul is leading you. This cycle, this feeling that you had about who you are and what your value is, it's over. Like, that's what this eclipse is giving you, is a new reality about you. You're actually getting in contact, like you're moving in the same direction with your soul, and you feel it and you know it, and you can't help but just like, I think this might be one of the most beautiful messages I've ever really gotten for anybody. So okay, so remember the self-care part about making a list of your habits and behaviors that your future self wants to keep. Remember? So over the next 4 weeks, try one of those habits, one of those good habits. Like, maybe it's evening journaling. Maybe it's morning breath work before you do anything, before the coffee, before anything. You take 5 minutes and check in. Like, maybe you try that for a week, and then, you know what I'm saying? So whatever it is for you, think about your 5 years down the road person, like, does that person look like to you? And what habits are they that you want to keep? I thought that was the coolest, really self-care message today. But anyway, your reading is just outstanding, and I'm so excited for you guys. So Sagittarius is next. 1736. All right, Sagittarius, you may be celebrating something real big. This eclipse is in the 5th house of fun, pleasure, creativity, and romance and luck. Hello, Sag, you lucky ducks. How about that for the message from the... Wow. Okay, so you could be in a new romantic relationship and excited to see where it's going. This is an aligned time to experiment with your relationships, to desire and explore who and what turns you on. You could be birthing something new, like a book, a passion project, a child. This eclipse infuses you with the zest for life and reminds you to come back to the present and practice gratitude for what you have. Self-care. Try a new hobby that you've been curious about. Let your creative energy blossom into a new experience. I love that. Wow, Sag. It's your 5th house of fun, pleasure. I don't know if you could get any luckier than that. Brand new. There could be a new relationship, a new friendship. And then something brand new. A passion project. What is it, Sag? Angel spirits and guides. 9 of Pentacles. That's a cool card. I love that card. It's one of my favorites. I saw the Ace of Cups. What is happening here? Ooh. There could be a relationship coming, Sagittarius. because it looks to me like this could be saying that you're transforming, like your days of being single are over. And here comes a lover. And it's 10 of Pentacles, and it's a solid offer too. And you're solid. You're already solid. 9 of Pentacles. Like you're like financially independent in this card. You're feeling great. You have a great relationship with your higher self, but it's also about being single. And then the Death card comes. So it's saying like your singlehood could be transforming. I feel like you have surrendered to this. Like you maybe are manifesting it, you know, and like saying like I'm leaving this all up to you, spirit. Like I want love and I trust you. So in comes 8 of Wands, which is spirit movement, in my opinion. Like it's spirit movement, and it's bringing in this card. Now, this is the 5 of Wands. Now, 5 of Wands is usually about struggle, but there is no struggle here. There's 4 people doing a ritual together at the water, in the ocean. You know what I mean? Or a big body of water at least. So I feel like you might meet this people like through other people that you share something in common with. I feel like whatever's happening is like just like, yeah, best card, right? 10 of Pentacles. And with the Queen of Pentacles, like this is saying like I feel like you're in this 9, which is kind of like the Queen, you know, in a way it's kind of like the exact same energy. She knows her value, you know, she knows what she can do. She doesn't like accept anything less than, you know, her energy, right? And I feel like it's coming in like just boom, there it is. Well, let's ask about the 5 of Wands. Like, let's just clarify. What is that 5 of Wands? Ooh, 8 of Swords. Okay, well, this kind of like is the turn of events, Sag, because this is, this is a really big, like, kind of like lesson here for you. I feel like, because I feel like what house is it in? Celebrating something big. I mean, I'm wondering if this is like like a telling me about your pattern, like that you've had, because it sort of looks like it, like 5 of Wands, right? So it's showing a group of people. So I'm wondering if there's a group of people you need to detach yourself from. These could be people that make promises and don't keep them, and like somehow make you feel small. Oh, they're telling me about like kind of like what happened, I think, because I mean, they're telling me a whole story. Like somebody, you were in some kind of a relationship, you think about it a lot, and it was a relationship that wasn't really fair at all. And I don't know if it had to do with a group of friends or if it's just talking about Five of Wands as a struggle, right? And I just feel like this got something to do about a lover and what you want, really, really want to manifest. You know what I mean? Like this is some kind of a reality check going on before this Ten of Pentacles comes in. Like it's part of the surrender. You're surrendering, like you're transforming, you're changing. And what's changing is this pattern. This pattern that kept you up all night, and finally you walked away. Like this was just too much of a burden. And I feel like maybe you've been sort of like sad for a while for Four of Cups, you know. And I feel like that's what you're talking to spirit about. And I feel like it's coming in, but it's kind of like after you kind of like, I don't know, reprocess this thing. You know what I mean? Because it's clearly telling me that you are having a transformation and you're surrendering. And now this is what they're telling me that you're surrendering. Once you get to this place here, this Eight of Wands is coming in, and what they're bringing is the Empress energy, right? And the Nine of Cups. So I feel like what this is kind of a reality check about what love is for you and what you want it to look like. Because in the past, I see that it's been pretty hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really cut yourself free from that experience and that feeling, because I feel like it's kept you down quite a while, Sag. You know, like kind of even missing opportunities and things. And so, I feel like what's happening here is like a lot of really cool stuff, and it's happening over this eclipse. And I feel like there's someone coming in here, and I feel like this could be like somebody that you would like to marry and everything, right? But don't forget, like this whole thing here, this whole past episode with whoever this was, I mean, this has to be completely released, you know? So, um, once again, like maybe it will just come to you and you'll just realize like that isn't even who I am anymore. You know what I mean? Like they show the King of Cups here, but it's not the same King of Cups I was using for the other reading, for Scorpio reading. And that King of Cups is so beautiful because it's like heart wide open, you know, and he's all tapped in. He's meditating. He's, you know, doing all kinds of things. And so I feel like that's kind of giving me the same message. And I feel like there's something transforming. I don't think you're going to be single for long, but I feel like you have to like reprocess what happened in your past, Sag, and not let it guide your future, you know, like because I feel like it's kept you down long enough. And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. So it's saying like, this is an aligned time to experiment with your relationship, to desire and explore who and what turns you on. Like, so no wonder all this shit is here. What you know is that when whoever these relationships were, you know what I mean? They made you sad and alone, and it was fucked up, and you knew it had to change. You know what I mean? It was a burden you carried around. It kept you down. That's what you're rethinking here. And what's coming in once you process it and let it go is like, first of all, you owning your own power with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Empress energy. It is like you're like bumping up, like spiritually. Even what you want in love, you're exploring it over this next month. You're exploring it. So maybe you're meeting new people, and or you're just thinking about all these old things and you're realizing how much you've grown. how much your heart is expanded, how much more respect and love you have for yourself today than you did before. And that changes a person when you really feel that way about yourself, you know, when you really have that love and respect for yourself. I mean, what you attract is different and what you accept is different, you know, as far as like relationships and friendships and everything. So that's a pretty cool reading. Sorry, it kind of took me a while to unfold all that. I don't know why it didn't make sense at first. Okay, so Capricorn. It's in your 4th house, which is your home, your family, and the past. So there could be repressed emotions that come up. It could be like realizing like generational patterns and cycles that maybe you've outgrown, you know, maybe they're just not working for you anymore. You could be thinking of moving or shaking up your living environment, like rearranging your house or getting a roommate. But whatever's happening there, it's about shifting your sense of stability, right? Let's see. Healing or triggering conversations with family or within personal relationships could happen. But ultimately, you know that confronting what's been left unsaid will lead to a healthier dynamic and the future. Self-care. Take a tour of your past and pick a memory you have for each year of your life or every 5 years, as far back as you can go. Whether the memories are painful, life-changing, sentimental, exploring, and reminiscing about your verified life experiences can give you new perspective and insight into the present moment. So think back on your memories. Think one for every year or every 5 years, as far back as you can go. Verify your life experiences, right? That could help you reframe how you think of them, really, if you think about that little exercise, right? Yeah, there you are, 7 of Cups, looking at your past. And the Age of Swords, really overthinking. And then the Death and Rebirth card saying like, you know, like there's a big change coming in for you. Like something is completely transforming in your life. The first card that came out here, interestingly enough, is I'm on Capricorn, right? Yeah. So the first card out was success. So I feel like what you're going to be successful at is like you are, like there is an awakening here with the Judgment card. It's like your whole soul is coming on out and showing you some stuff that's different. Hang on. This is crazy. Okay. Who am I talking to? Capricorn. This is insane. 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. Like this is you and your higher self, like really lining up here. This is like them taking care of every single thing you need, right? Okay, so in this first column, what I see is success, the Judgment card, and the Hermit card. So what that means is like you are successfully like meeting up with your soul and collecting data. Like you're getting all kinds of information. It's about your past. 7 of Cups. You're going through all your past memories maybe about family, maybe about friends, but definitely some hurtful memories are coming in here while you're looking through all this. So here's what else they're telling me. Like, what happened to you, Capricorn, as a child? Because this is huge. This is you. This is you as a child. And I feel like something happened. Look at this card really closely, because this is the Seven of Swords. And that card to me screams like something really fucking bad happened. And the Page of Cups is right in between those two cards, saying like, this is a memory from your childhood, Capricorn. And I think it's bad. Like, I'm talking about real bad. And so I'm not even going to go into what it could be, but I think you guys are following my message. Like this, here's this mama bird, right? And she's in her nest and she's like just crying. And there's a couple of other birds and they're kind of crying, like hollering too. And there's this man who's got a knife in his hand and he's got feathers flying out of his backpack. And he's running, but the moon is shining down. So somebody fucked somebody over. The person that got fucked over in this card is that bird in the nest. So here's how I feel about it. It disrupted you. It disrupted your life, your home, your future. It changed it completely. And you definitely didn't even know why. There's no explanation for this kind of behavior, you know? It's just fucked up. And it's telling me like, this has been on your mind forever. Like, this has been, it's almost like you feel like you're stuck in the nightmare of it, like PTSD kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know who I'm talking to, but wow. You're having a breakthrough is what's happening with the eclipse. I just want you to know, like, you are literally having a breakthrough with your higher self. And what happens here, it's showing me 2 death cards in a row, like telling me like there's a transformation in you that is unrecognizable. You know what I mean? Like, it's this childhood memory. And look at what's happening. I mean, this is like a huge like spiritual breakthrough. Huge. And it's about whatever this thing is. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. If this is your reading, you know, and it's ending. Like, the nightmare of it is ending. I feel like, tell me what is, tell me what's new. Like, tell me what you're having after this. Like, where are you taking them, beautiful soul, after you've shown them all of this, made all of this stuff look different for them? Where are you taking them next? Alchemy. So they're showing you, that's what they're doing. They're trying to like help you understand this childhood trauma thing. They're alchemizing the energy, and I feel like what they're probably going to just be loving on you really hard. I see the nurture card here. So I feel like there's a lot of like loving on you from your soul. You know, I really love this card because it's like your soul is just kissing you on the forehead through the whole thing. Like, as you transmute all of this energy, like you're seriously letting go of it. This shit's been with you since you were little, and you are free. You are just becoming free of this. It's giving me chills, Capricorn. I mean, like, wow. Something you've carried around probably ever since you can remember. It's all changing. My God, I just feel so grateful to the universe whenever I read cards like that. Like, it's just such a cool plan, you know? I love to just be able to like even know about it. Hi. Yeah, I do personal readings. You can get a hold of me in the it's like in the about me section or something. You know, like if you read more about me, like it's in there. It's like it's my email address and payment information and all that stuff. So, um I'm not taking any questions today. Um I'm just doing eclipse readings. I just kind of staying in the zone here. So let's see. So thank you guys for coming, and thank you for subscribing and um, liking. That would be another way you could get a reading for like pretty good deal too. Is you can join my membership channel, and I do readings over there too. Like so you could get a personal reading on there too if you join that site or join the membership part. Okay, Aquarius, you have an important message to share because the eclipse is in your third house of communication and learning and travel. Choosing to be more vulnerable with what you reveal to others can lead to a healing breakthrough. You might choose to go back to school and learn something that feels calming to your soul's calling. Or you could find a collaborative project that requires you to use your voice, maybe through publishing, speaking, or a podcast. This is also an opportunity to change the way you speak to yourself and reframe your mindset for the better. I love that part. Here's the self-care. Start a daily journaling practice. Try to journal before you go to bed so you can create a container for thoughts that might otherwise keep you awake. This practice can also reveal plans, ideas, and dreams that you hope to focus on in the near future. So, journaling in the evening is a good idea. I like that. It's a container. Okay, Aquarius. Angels, spirits, and guides. Okay, Aquarius. Third house of communication, learning, and travel. I feel like there's a decision that needs to be made here. And I feel like you're kind of in the middle of like changing some kind of energy inside of yourself. Um, you know what I mean? I feel like there's something that you're needing to let go of. It could be a friend group or it could be like an inner struggle that you have for yourself, like in yourself, right? But I do feel like there could be someone coming in to collab with you. Um, you know, like it could be about work, I feel like. I do feel like there's a reuniting here. Um, it could be family, it could be children or a child. I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you, Aquarius. I feel like there's some kind of like work project here it's talking about, right? And I feel like whatever this is, some kind of like freeing energy from it, you know? Yeah, so it's like some kind of fear or something that you have, right? I feel like you have to like work through it, but I feel like when these people, I feel like there's people coming in, 3 of Pentacles, and I do feel like they help change like your focus, take away some fear. So I feel like maybe someone's coming in. Tell me about that 3. I think they're gonna, maybe you have a job offer or someone likes what you do. Yeah, it's about work. 8 of Pentacles. I think it's about a creative project, to tell you the truth. Here's the Empress and the 9 of Cups. So honestly, I feel like you have kind of like, you could have a dream job coming in. You know, I do think it requires you to kind of let go of some stuff from the past, though. And that it's like fear stuff, you know? It's like fears, it's worries, it's like overthinking. I feel like money could be difficult for some of you, but I don't think it has to be. You know what I mean? You've got like 3 kings on this, in this first pile over here, that kind of tells me like you're getting balanced out, and at 4 kings is the Emperor, and you already have the Empress here. So I feel like wherever you're out of balance, because I can see it, like the 5 of Wands is up here, so that could be a struggle, like even with the friendships, right? A struggle at your home, something like that. But, and I feel like you don't know really what to do, but I feel like you will, like it's coming in. Like all this energy is bringing you in, kind of like, I don't know. Well, the first thing that happens is your heart. Your heart opens up here. And then I think that your money levels out. You know what I mean? Like you've got this King of Pentacles here, and he starts manifesting, and you're kind of doing it over here with this creative project. You see what I mean? So like if you start this creative project, or you take this person up on this job offer, or whatever this 3 of Pentacles is meaning, I kind of feel like it's going to take you somewhere you've never been before. Empress energy, you know, that's divine mother energy. So she's the creator, like right? She creates everything. So what you're creating is your own wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups, Empress. And then you've got the Sun, which is like the happiest card in the deck. And I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like you have to offload something, though. It could be like friends, it could be like family, it could be like ideas about yourself, it could be habits, right? Third house of communication, learning, and travel. But that's what I got. Okay, Pisces. 48. All right, second house of resources, livelihood, and self-confidence. You might negotiate a raise, go for a promotion. You could also get, let's see, you could also take on a project at work that gives you more recognition at work and helps build confidence in your own talents. This is a great time to rework your budget, adjust your spending habits, and nurture your relationship with gratitude. Your self-care practice is take yourself on a date, go to a new restaurant, book a massage, cook yourself a meal, tend to your physical senses, and embrace little luxuries. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a different one. Pisces. Second house, resources, livelihood, and self-confidence. Okay. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels. Okay, King of Pentacles. So that's about being stable. It's about being able to manifest money. And it's in your, well, that's super good then. So, like, you're feeling it. You're feeling all that power of the King of Pentacles. Things are going good. You're also connected in with your higher self. The High Priestess is here. So you're kind of running really like a well-oiled machine, I would say. I feel like there could be some kind of gathering that might be a little bit emotional here. Yeah, so I feel like there's something about this Three of Cups. Like, Three of Cups can be a friend, like a friend group. It could be family. It could be a reunion, like a party or where you meet up with people, right? But I feel like something is happening there. I'm not sure what, but I feel like it's emotional. It might bring up some feelings from the past, you know? But I kind of feel like this is something that you've been hanging on to for a while, but I think you're just like ready to let it go. So that might happen. I feel like what you're manifesting with your higher self here, like you're manifesting wealth, and I feel like you're also manifesting justice, you know, like things being fair, equal give and take. Maybe you're seeing the justice that happened in this kind of situation over here. I'm not sure, but I feel like you're manifesting it. Yeah, you've got Empress energy here. So I feel like there could be like, yeah, some big changes coming here over here with your higher self. Like they're maneuvering some things, showing you some different perspectives, maybe even a new path. This is your resource house, right? So I kind of feel like, I don't know, it looks like there's a new beginning coming for you. I don't know if like how much, you know, like you're into the spiritual stuff, but I feel like the King of Wands is here. So I'm wondering if you might feel some kind of like, I don't know, maybe new gift, like a new spiritual gift, you know what I mean? But what's happening is you're just mastering these energies. One, to manifest money. Two, to it's some kind of like spiritual power that you're learning, I feel like. And three, the Empress energy, which could be about like, you know, some kind of like really passion project that you work on or that you have been working on or something like that. And without like you didn't even know or see it coming and boom, it hits. It's big. So there's a lot going on here. Don't forget about this thing that you're letting go of over here. Pisces. It's some kind of thing you've been hanging on to for a while. I don't know. It could even be a mindset of lack in a way, you know, like you feel like you don't have a lot of money or whatever. And I feel like maybe it could be that even too. So maybe it's something you like grew up with, like that feeling like you have lack. Because if you have a lack mentality, like for whatever reason, like whether it's money or love or whatever, um, I mean, it prevents you from, you know, like being the King of Pentacles, for instance, because he manifests money, you know. So that's the stuff you're learning here. And I feel like it's your higher self kind of guiding you there and showing you a different perspective. Possibly even like how, whatever this sad thing is that you're letting go, like I wonder if you're just like seeing the justice in that, like what it gave you. You know what I mean? Like maybe it gave you this superpower of the King of Wands, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like something happened and it was emotional and you've been hanging on to it for a long time. And I feel like it was sort of like what your soul is showing you is like, well, actually, while you were sitting in this place where you weren't moving, we were actually tapping in together in like like now I have this power. You know what I'm saying? Like that is how spirit works. You know, it is. It's like finally they have to let you know. You know, hangman's card. This is it. This is the justice, Pisces. You know, it's this gift, you know. And this gift that they're telling me about, like whether it is has to do with creative energy, Empress, or it has to do with this wand energy, which could be healing, it could be channeling, it could be, you know, whatever. And so that could actually be giving you this new financial beginning as well, you know? So it could be like either one of those things. So anyway, that's my last reading. So thanks you guys for being here and hanging out with me. Hope you have a great day.